What if I told you that every fear, limitation and belief that we have about ourselves doesn't come from childhood or past traumas or anything around us? It comes from something else, something much closer to home. And 99% of people don't realise that this is causing their misery. Are you intrigued? Well, stay tuned if you're ready to find out what's causing stress, hardship and self-sabotage in your life and how you can fix it. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Roy and I make daily videos to help you lead a more aligned and more aware life. Today we're talking about something so simple yet so powerful, and it's running every feeling, belief and action that you take in your life. So don't go anywhere because this is going to be life-changing. We live in a world that's obsessed with fixing everything outside. We're taught that new routines, better habits and more money is going to make us happy. But what if none of that actually matters if we don't realise where our experiences are coming from? Your boss, your bank account and your past trauma are not creating your experience of life. But there's one thing that does change everything. There's a famous quote by Viktor Frankl, who was an Auschwitz prisoner for 3 years. He said, "When we're no longer able to change the situation, we're challenged to change ourselves." Isn't that powerful? And a much less extreme external world was where I found myself not so long ago. I'm sure many of you will identify with this if you're watching this video. And once I've shared this short story, I'm going to share with you a simple trick that I learned so that you never have to suffer again. I'd like to take you back to a time when I was deep in it. I was mentally exhausted, I was snapping at everyone around me, and I felt totally disconnected from myself and the life I'd created around me. At that time, I was certain that the problem was everything around me and not myself. The pressures of feeling I needed to perform in my job, feeling trapped by this wonderful life I'd created around me but which was costing me a fortune. And then there was also family illness. And I was trying to control it all from a mind that was full of negative thoughts. And I blamed everything outside of me. But there was something that flipped the script for me. I had what at the time I called a breakdown or a midlife crisis, but which actually turned out to be an awakening, because now my life is very different and I'm much happier. So at this time I went off work sick. Now, I'd never taken a sick day in the 10 years I'd worked for the company, and it was really tough because all I had going on in my head was how I was a failure and how I was letting everyone down. At this time I stripped myself of all the luxuries in my life, so the flashy Merc went, I stopped going on holiday 4 or 5 times a year, and I ended up closing myself off from all of the outside stuff. And I really distanced myself from everything and everyone because I didn't know what was happening to me, and I just felt like a burden. Now, thankfully I didn't do what I'd done for the previous 20 years, which was drinking myself into oblivion. But instead I went inwards. I started doing the things I'd always put off because I said I didn't have enough time. And I took time to learn and understand myself. And the more time I spent with myself, the more I realised how I was reacting to life. And the more I realised that my stress, anger and resentment was being created by the way I was thinking about everything. It took time and I had to be patient with myself, but I slowly started letting go of this control I had on life, and I started trusting the universe rather than my mind. This was a real revelation. Now, clarity came and I started sharing and speaking to the people around me, and I quickly realised that I wasn't the nut job I'd always told myself. There were so many people in the same boat, and I could finally see the problem wasn't what we're all going through, it's the meaning we give to it. One second we feel hopeless, the next we feel calm. Nothing's changed except the thought. Let me know in the comments if this has clicked for you at this point. And just so you know, these thoughts were never true to begin with. Now let's break it down further. Our thoughts create our feelings, and our feelings create our beliefs. And then our feelings and beliefs determine the way that we act. And that process happens so fast we don't even realise. Now we're going to take this deeper, so you've got a trick up your sleeve next time you're caught in this cycle. And believe me, we all get caught out by this again and again. But you'll be surprised how fast you'll feel the shift. and you'll start seeing things play out differently. So here we go. When you feel overwhelmed, just say this simple phrase to yourself. This is just a thought. It's not a fact. And know this, we were never broken to begin with. We've all just been trying to build a new life on top of old stories. I hope this video's helped you, and I'm excited to be on this journey with you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking time to watch and for trusting me to be on this journey alongside you. If this hit something inside, don't forget to hit the like button so we get more visibility on this video, and hit subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And if there's someone you think would benefit from this, feel free to share it with them. You are just one thought away from living your dream life. Until tomorrow, stay present, stay aware, and have a great day.